Hey, universe. Getting a little old school with the microphone and plug-in headset and all that crap going on here, so don't be surprised if the recording quality on this is just terrible and I end up deleting it. Well, that's a note to self, right? Kind of like that Black Widow thing. Because nobody should be listening to this. If you're listening to this, what are you doing? What are you doing? Really, what are you doing? Why aren't you doing something better with your life? Like anything else, right? This is a process of self-discovery, I suppose, as much as anything. Self-affirmation, maybe. Recollection of that which brings me consternation to this day, as well as reveling in the moments that brought me the kind of clarity that helped me feel like maybe my life does steer a direction that is productive now and again. Even if by accident, when that little chimpanzee accidentally throws it in reverse and bam, there we go, right down the highway. How did he do that? I don't know. He's a chimpanzee and he's phenomenal. Okay, well, enough about chimpanzees. Are chimpanzees phenomenal? Not the ones that rip your face off, right? And actually, I better smoke a little weed before I get to this point. This point's kind of esoteric. It is not esoteric, so don't be waiting for something esoteric. This is way closer to pedestrian than esoteric. But it's, I think it would define, is irreverent a good word here? This point is of a, well, I never thought about that in my life kind of direction. So, is that esoteric? No. Irreverent? Maybe. The unknown? Duh. 1:59 and things look fine. Now we're at 2:02. I'm on time. Pardon me, ma'am. Do you know what time the 2:08 comes by? Oh, it's coming by right now? Great! Dad is great. He's giving us chocolate cake. Wait. Did Dad put something in that chocolate cake that's going to make us sleepy? Oh, that was in bad taste, right? 222. Okay, but if your actions are in bad taste, then how can the humor about you be anything but bad taste? So, rise above it? Is that what I'm hearing from the peanut gallery? Fine. Always telling me to do better with myself. Damn peanut gallery. Such high standards. Okay, I'm not sure this point is worthy of AK-47. It might be. It really might be. But I do think this point is worthy of some Cherry Kush Mints Live Sugar. So, obviously, I think I'm about to make a worthwhile point. Otherwise, we wouldn't be diving into the live goods. Not at all. Pause. Yes. Cherry Minty. Live sugar. For those who don't know what live means in this reference is that I believe the plant has to be extracted from a pure frozen form. I know that's ironic that they would call that live. But I don't believe it can be, I believe it has to be matter that's only been frozen once. And then upon thaw can be butane tubed and turned into luscious golden live sugar. But I could be wrong. On that one, I'm probably definitely wrong. If we're taking wager against. Unlike the amount of time I have left for recording here, 5 hours, 55 minutes, and 15 seconds. Well, anybody who's played poker knows that's 4 5s with an ace. And if you're holding that hand, well, time to get people to call. All right. What's the point that I was getting on to speak of? First of all, I wonder if now handling my phone is no longer an issue. I'll bet it is because the microphone doesn't give a shit where my phone is. But now that I'm being gratuitous with my phone, we're certainly about to know whether or not that's true, because into the front pocket it goes like some nice little compact makeup case. But no. Can I walk around the house and still talk into this phone and get good results? Nobody but me cares, but I do care. Well, I guess maybe one other person cares. How's that working out for you? Because, boy, the one thing we need to do before we start this mushroom trip is clean the fucking kitchen counter. Because if we want to come out here and make some kind of sherbet surprise, this ain't going to be an environment in which we're going to feel invited to do so. Yes, kitty, you need some kibble? Cat chow on the prowl. I'll even toss a couple temptations in for you because, damn it, I'm going to trip on mushrooms tonight, kitty, and I want you to be somewhat cooperative. Don't get all freaky deaky kitty on me, okay? Have some catnip temptations because, goddamn it, you love them. Hey, look at that. That battery's charged. Time to flip you out, my friend. Down to the last one. The one that's so puffy, I don't think I'd ever put it back in another phone for fear that it would blow the phone up. But, hey, charging it back here next to the cat? Fuck yeah, why not? Charge, my little liege. Charge. Hey, there's where I left the vaporizer. And there, bud. Finding shit like I always do. Not where it's supposed to be. Okay. Put you there. Put you there. All right. I think that's a pretty good walk and talk test. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll tell you what's out of the ordinary is this stuff. I guess it's not so out of the ordinary if it hasn't been preheated. Wow, my house is so cold I got freezing in 15 minutes? That's not good. Shit. Well, it's going to be a chilly mushroom trip, I'll tell you that. Let's see how this is now. All right. Oh, boy. Oh, my first. Oh, no. Okay. Note to self. Do not take vaporization hits the size of a small Volkswagen while you're using the microphone. Just don't even do that in general. Oh boy, eyes are watering, nose is running, time to go clean up the phlegm. Okay, well, since I just lost one of my fives, I now have to fold. Well, except this is voice 5. Boy, that's a stretch. That's like bringing a goddamn second deck to the table and acting like 5 aces are normal. Okay. I loved my time playing poker. I think if I had eternity at a Texas Hold'em 1 table, final table, 10-seater, and you just kept sitting back in after you cashed in or clocked out, I'm not sure I couldn't do that for eternity. I love Texas Hold'em that much. But what would that mean? You need a source for continuous new decks because those things do get tattered even in the afterlife. And, well, you would need to do it again somewhere not like the afterlife because we can read each other's brains, so what's the point of playing poker? If there is any reason to manifest on planet Earth, it is to play mind games. And not necessarily the kind you play against other people to get laid. I'm saying mind games like Mastermind, which, no, that's not a very good one. But Texas Hold'em and chess, and I've never played Go, so please don't hold that against me. But those two alone are enough. They are. They're enough. I'll take heads up, Ticket to Ride with the United States map. If you know how to play that game can enter the competition. But 10-seater Hold'em tournament final tables, heads up Texas Hold'em, or heads up chess, heads up Ticket to Ride. That's enough for me to spend eternity just asking for another Gatorade, not even needing food. I love those games that much. Oh, but Scrabble's so language dependent. You can't put Scrabble in that list. And you can't put tic-tac-toe in that list because tic-tac-toe always ends in a fucking tie. So you're going to spend eternity going, tie game, let's play again. Well, are you? No. So then what you don't need is a source for like tic-tac-toe blank sheets. Because how many of those do you really need? After you've played the game 7 times, haven't figured out that you're done playing. So there are a lot of things in life that you haven't thought about whether or not you need a source for. You just haven't run across the fact that there is a source even. Well, I ran into one of those tonight, and it's funny because this is a source I guess I could see using, but it's such an overdeveloped source of resources that I would be coming to them with a question like, hey, do you have any cute cat videos? Because I'm looking for one. Yeah, the whole internet's loaded with them, fuckface. Why don't you just trip over one? No. This developed resource is to the point where I learned of 3 new animals tonight I'd never heard of. And I mean, we're just talking about the first 3 animals that were introduced. So I was 0 for 3 on knowing any of them. But whatever. I'm not a Discovery Channel watching dude, right? I mean, I'll watch it, but I don't sit there and watch the 24-hour marathons. Although I have watched marathons like Spy in the Wild. Okay, whatever. Everybody can get into the Nature Channel, right? It's fascinating shit. But I don't marathon out on that like I do, say, Fringe! That was the name of that Fox show. Fringe. Arduous. Fringe was like, what? Continuum meets Lost. I don't know what Fringe was. Fringe was when Fox was at least still trying to be creative. Give them that. All right. Fringe. No, and I wouldn't watch a Fringe marathon. Fuck no. I couldn't even watch Fringe. But Law and Order? I mean, what are we doing for the next 3 days? Right? We're sleeping, we're eating, we're sitting on the couch, and we're watching fucking Law and Order. What else are we doing? Okay, probably, if I have to take a shit, but what if I don't? Pause. And the best thing about Law and Order is eventually you get to one you've seen like 9 times, so it's just like, oh fuck, I've seen this one a lot. So you know the story, you know the dialogue, you even know the fucking commercials. That's the one where you get on your phone and you do other shit. I mean, it's just, Law and Order is made for life. Bum. I know, I shouldn't, but I love the bum. Now there, okay. Listen, I'm going to tell everybody, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but I'm going to tell you this. If you get a large macaw-sized bird, you're going to regret it. Now, having said that, if you happen to be in a situation where you have that bird, teach it to do the Law and Order bum. That would be fucking hilarious. And obviously, if you have an African gray or one of those other really cool smaller birds, well, I respect your bird decision making. Mine wasn't so good. I mean, what am I? I'm a pacifist, right? So what did I get? A military macaw. Like seriously, I went out and got the frontline infantryman of birds. And when he attacked my girlfriend, it was just like, well, of course, he's a military macaw. What do you think he knows? He knows danger, he knows adventure, and he knows how to stake his claim. Yep, staking a claim. On me. That bird was weird. He'd shower with me. But he had one great trick. If you had him up on your arm and you pointed your other hand at him with the pistol fingers and went bang, he would flop over. You had to turn your arm over at the same time that you had said bang. He would flop over and let his wings open up and lay dead in your arm. It was a phenomenal trick. In fact, of all the things not to have cell phones for, was the goddamn macaw trick. But what are you going to do? Oh my God. All right. No more marijuana for the rest of this recording. That's the rule. So not knowing if you need a source for exotic animals, the answer is usually no, you don't. But again, these are the things you don't know if you need a source for until you decide all of a sudden, you know what would really complete my life? A 3.5-foot bird. That is what my life is missing. Now, where am I going to get me one of them birds? Now, all of a sudden, you need a source for a 3.5-foot bird, right? Didn't need that yesterday. Now you need it. Well, where do you go when you need the ultimate in cute videos for any animal on planet Earth? Well, you go to YouTube and you wade through all of the goddamn muck that is YouTube videos about cute animals on planet Earth. Or you go to the aggregator, what we'll have to call the kittenish video calibrating aggregator, somebody who has gone through all the muck, who has winnowed out the actual cream of the crop and says, listen, you may think that marsupial is cute in that video that you saw on YouTube's top picks, but oh my God, have you seen some of these underground marsupial videos? They'll make you melt like butter. And they do, because their eyes look phony, like they were penciled in by an animator, but whatever. So, literally, this person says, if you need a source for cute as fuck animal videos from any animal on planet Earth, I'm your source. And I'm thinking, wow, I thought I had that source. I thought it was YouTube. But then I realized, no, I don't have that source. I have the illusion of having that source because YouTube feels like the place where you could find any cute animal video you want. But when you know this person's passion for the video animal cutest pursuit possible, like the thing that comes up organically because you started this pursuit when you were like 3, that kid who's now got a phone full of 20 years of investigation. Can you imagine the cute factor on their file that's called cutest videos of all? I mean, a guy like me opens a file like that, I'm liable to turn into what, necrophilia dust or something? I don't even know, but something foul, something awful, something, your eyes were not allowed to see all this cuteness. It's way too cute for you, man. You're too cynical, you piece of shit. Oop, pause. And oddly enough, I'm off the microphone now. You know, I don't know, the microphone thing, it just feels constricting. I got the earbuds in. I don't know. I like the freedom of, I could talk about anything from anywhere I want to. I guess, what's the freedom there? It's the same freedom, right? I don't know. I don't like having earbuds in. I think the worst part about being on TV would be having someone yelling at you in your fucking ear. No thanks. I like to be my own yelling in my ear person. I don't need somebody else doing that job. But 17 minutes and 40 seconds now into this diatribe. Here is the point. I catch myself all the time hyperbolically. Wait, I wrote down exactly what I meant here. Let me find my piece of paper. I better pause. Okay, first, that note was in the stupidest place I could have left it. And what's funny is I went right to it. So obviously somewhere in the back of my mind there was the trigger that I had left it in that stupid-ass place. Because even when I found it, I'm like, why did I think that I would be able to find this note again by leaving it here? That is like the 7th thing I've said that about today. And my note to myself that I thought was going to be so valuable, I've already said one of the 2 words that I wrote in the note. And, oh my God. Yeah, so there's an arrow pointing up, next to which says the word hyperbole. Below that is an arrow pointing down, which next to that says the word cushion. Anybody want to take a guess what the fuck I was talking about? Well, it's pretty simple, really. I always prop up people's results as if they're better than anybody could have expected. Like, I shower people with confidence and the concerned, cooperative, heartfelt compliment of doing great work. I find something in what you did that's fantastic. I focus on it, and I tell you that I'm blown away by your insight and ability to have been so involved in the project to make that detail stand out so significantly, or whatever. Most people aren't writing novels, so it's not like you have to wade through a 600-pound or page. That's one of the times that the P words were not the same. Treatise to find the thematic overtone of value inherent in the work produced. No. Most people are showing you some jacket they mended or, dog trick they think they've mastered. I mean, if they have a dog. Most people are showing me their All right, I'm fucking high because I knew that was coming from like 10 seconds ago, and I started laughing at it before I could even get it out of my mouth. Oh, this is why you need to be in a state that has weed. I mean, that's the dumbest joke I've told myself in 10 years, and I just had the best chuckle I've had in a day. Oh, people showed me their sits. Oh, yeah, that's a good sit. You must be proud. How can I not end it on that happy note? Seriously.